Lennox Leamington.
Madam Speaker, last week I rose in this place to ask the government when they were going to rectify their GIS clawback that is currently crippling vulnerable seniors. Yeah. The Deputy Prime Minister, in the process of deflecting the question, touted a one-time payment of $500 as some sort of compensation. Our seniors are losing up to 9 times that amount because of this clawback. I ask again, when will this government show compassion and step up? Our seniors need it, and they deserve it.
Yeah. Honourable Minister.
We all know just how challenging this pandemic has been on seniors. And Madam Speaker, every single step of the way, this government has been there to support seniors, especially those most vulnerable, by strengthening their GIS. We moved very quickly, Madam Speaker, to provide immediate and direct financial support to seniors. When it comes to the SERB GIS issue, Madam Speaker, we are aware of this issue, and I can assure the honourable member that we're working on this issue to find the right solution to support those affected. As always, Madam Speaker, we will be there for our seniors.
Honorable député de Perchance, les Etchemins-Lévis.
Bonjour, Madame la Présidente.
Yesterday, U.S. countervailing duties on Canadian lumber doubled. I spoke last night with the Quebec Forest Industry Council, which is very alarmed for these businesses that create 60,000 direct and indirect jobs.
Analysis from National Bank Financial revealed that for the first time in decades, private sector investment in Canada has actually shrunk. Canadian factories are currently operating with the lowest capital stock in 35 years. The Liberals have made it harder to open and to operate a business in Canada. When are the Liberals going to realize that the just inflation economy is slowly destroying Canadian jobs?
Honourable Minister.
Speaker, and I'm very, very happy for the member's question and to talk about the economy this morning, because I have other good news, Madam Speaker. And in fact, Madam Speaker, 106% of the jobs have been recovered since the pandemic, Madam Speaker. This is astonishing, and this is thanks to Canadian workers, Canadian business, and that compares to 83%, Madam Speaker, south of our border. Madam Speaker, we will continue to invest in workers, we'll continue to invest in our economy, and one thing that Canadians watching at home understand is that our plan is working, Madam Speaker.
L'honorable député de Louis-Saint-Laurent.
For 6 years, the Liberal government, especially over the last few months, has led to a trend. The government spends a lot of money, prints a lot of money, borrows a lot of money. 1, 2, 3. 3 aspects that mean that Canada is dealing with the worst inflation crisis since 2003. Every Canadian family is paying more and dealing with a higher cost of living. Could the Liberal government commit to just one small, responsible thing? Is the government ready to
share with you that our Labour critic, the honourable member from Rosemont-La-Petite-Patrie, has been calling on this government, and of course our entire caucus has been calling on this government to improve the bills by ensuring that workers don't have to wait 11 months for 10 paid sick days, to ensure that workers have access to the first day of sick leave after a continuous period of employment of at least 60 days, with the goals of not delaying the access of the first day of sick leave. There are many ways in which we can improve this bill. So I'm hopeful, through you, Madam Speaker, that the good minister, in basking in the light, will work with the NDP caucus to close the gaps in this very porous first draft of this legislation.
Here. Good question.
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, porous first draft. I mean, I think the light is dimming. We have had good conversations with members in this House. We are having a constructive debate today, and I look forward to continuing these conversations as we move this bill forward. I think one thing is clear. Everyone that I've spoken to, everyone that I've heard from, has agreed we got to get moving on this, and that means getting this bill passed. Paid sick leave is a part, I think, what will help us finish this fight against this pandemic and prepare us for our needs ahead. Merci.
Questions?
Speaker, health experts have told us that if countries like Canada do not work urgently to get vaccines to the world's most vulnerable populations, dangerous variants like Omicron will continue to develop. The global impacts will be dire. More people will die, and the COVID-19 nightmare will continue. Canadians want to get back to normal, but that won't happen unless everyone, everywhere, has access to the vaccine. The Liberal government is moving way too slow. Will the government scale up production, waive patent restrictions, and make sure vaccine...
L'honorable ministre, the honourable minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank my honourable colleague for the important question and for her advocacy on this very important issue. It is precisely why, from the very beginning, Canada stepped up when in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is precisely why we helped found, support, and also co-chair the COVAX AMC group, and it is exactly why we have donated millions of vaccines to the developing world, because we understand that until we end this pandemic everywhere, we don't end it anywhere. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The honourable member for Kelowna Lake Country.
Madam Speaker, small businesses have struggled through an enormously challenging year. On December 31st, they'll be ready to toast a more prosperous and brighter new year. But who will be knocking on their doors when the clock strikes midnight? The Liberal tax collector. The New Year's hangover this year will be the CPP increase. After such a difficult 2021, why are the Liberals increasing CPP taxes on businesses?
Great question.
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, it's a real pleasure to be raising in this House again today. Madam Speaker, I think the member is misleading in the question, Madam Speaker. In fact, Madam Speaker, this is not an increase, Madam Speaker. This is not a tax, Madam Speaker, and we will make sure that we'll be there. What Canadians understand, Madam Speaker, is that we have been through them, we have been with them at every step of the way during this pandemic, and will continue to be there for small and medium-sized businesses, Madam Speaker.
Honourable member for Kelowna Lake Country.
Well, Madam Speaker, the government says the January 1st payroll tax hikes are necessary, but a payroll tax needs a payroll to tax. Statistics Canada's most recent survey of business conditions say that 1 in 4 businesses expect their profitability to be down by the end of the year. And there's been many times this year where more businesses have closed than opened. Is the government not concerned that a higher tax in this country's current economic conditions could cause further small businesses to fold?
Yeah, great question.
The honourable minister.
Madam Speaker, I'd like to thank the member for the question because it gives me a chance to explain to this House and to Canadians who are watching at home this morning, Madam Speaker. One thing that Canadians and small businesses across this nation will remember, Madam Speaker, is that we have been with them at every step of the way to this pandemic, Madam Speaker.